Welcome back, I'm Elven Warrior. Welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing an overview of my Alarielle's 25 turn guide. Basically we managed to take a couple of provinces. So what I'm going to run through today is basically like how I like to do my early game builds. I'm going to talk about the faction effects and the mechanics for Alarielle, and also her early army build and why I've built it like that, and what I'm going to look to go for the late campaign army build. I'm going to talk about building up the settlements, what you should look like, what this should look like in the early game, and what you're going to work towards for the late game, what's good. And then I'm going to talk through like what lords I like to recruit and heroes also that I like to recruit, and pretty much about it, and basically like where you're going to go, where you want to look to aim to go. So let's just start off with faction effects. So she's got Carnival of the Ever Queen. So she's got influence cost minus 25% for intrigue at court actions. That is really good. So means, especially when you're getting lots of influence now as well, it just means that using the intrigue at court is really good and viable, even more so now, because the actions are a little bit cheaper. Yeah, they're expensive now, but it's because I've used them quite recent for stuff. So like when you just want to be able to do stuff, it just makes it that little bit cheaper and stuff. And when you combine that with when you take over Luthern and get the special build in there, that decreases it by another 10%, so she can actually do it for minus 35%, which is really good. And she's the only one that is able to do that, like get that much off. Any other faction would be only minus 10% for having that building. So hero capacity +2 for handmaidens, that's really good, especially when you get her skill point where you can basically recruit them without even needing the building. This one unlocks recruitment all provinces, so literally I've not even got the building, and yet I've managed to recruit one, and she's in the army actually there, which is really good. And she has two rights, so one of them's just altered a little bit and one of them's completely different. So if I just have a look at them now, so the Invocation of Lilith, so magic item drop chance +50%, cooldown minus 30% to all spells, and the army ability Channel Inspire. I'm not exactly overwhelmed with that. And also to get it, you've got to build that building, which is a building that I'm not really a fan of. But I suppose I can see where what they're trying to do with them. They're trying to get you to go more tree spirit focused, like to add more in, because I don't think they really get used, because I certainly don't really use them. And then basically this is pretty much the same, but they've just added this passive ability, regeneration for tree spirits, all armies. So they've just added that bit in for that and just put greater on it. Other than that, these two are just exactly the same. So that's it for her faction effects. So for her mechanics, she has this Defender of Ulthuan. So basically what happens there is that basically you need Ulthuan to be under high elf control. Doesn't matter if you're at war with them, at peace, whatever, doesn't matter. As you can see, Scourge of Cain is still there, have got presence, and Marathi is coming in big time as well. So so obviously, as it says there, inner ring is been breached, so that means that she's took 2 gates and she's took Tor Ilor as well. So they need to be, once you take them off her, it'll just be the outer ring is basically is still occupied by other people basically. So either you've got to occupy them or get the other elves to occupy them. So okay, so in the early game, what you want to do is you want to grow your province. So all I did, I just put the growth building in Game Vale. You can put them in there, but I needed the money and stuff like that. So it's just personal preference as to what you want to do, but definitely needs a growth building in the beginning, just to, once you get to this stage, tier 3 for all of them, you're okay. Like obviously the sooner you can get this to tier 4 just to open up these will be better, but like I could demolish it now, to be fair, but probably just leave it just till tier 4 and then get rid of it, so then that builds up nicely. Like as you can see over here, like yeah, I've done it there, but I needed public order, so that's the main focus there, because obviously I knew she was over here, Marathi, so I didn't want to be coming back over here to deal with revolts. Luckily it's under control, I'm not taxing it, which would be decent if I could, but just waiting for the time being. Plus that instability is going away, so it'll be taxable soon. Could probably even tax it now actually, but never mind about that. So yeah, just going for money over here as well, be a decent like boost to my economy, be very helpful. So yeah, you just want to go like money. I've only built that just so I could gain a noble, probably demolish it, to be fair, put the handmaiden building down. There's a few good ones there. So army build, so as you can see, I've gone archers again and some bolt throwers. So the reason I do that is just because melee units just aren't the best on legendary. Obviously if you're playing lower difficulties, feel free to obviously put some melee units in there, some infantry, yeah, but on legendary you need to do this. You need missile units, lots of, because that's the best way to kill the AI. So yeah, this is my early game. You start off with that, and basically I've just managed to put a handmaiden in there as I sent my starter one off to go meet Imric, to which I've successfully done and confederated. So yeah, you just want to work towards, so what you want to do, obviously take your starting province in the beginning. You want to take the Phoenix Gate, and then you can either sally out, just sack them. You don't really want to occupy them. You just sack them, get some money from them, and just try and peace out with them and let the other high elves deal with them. Come back into the inner ring, take out Safri, make sure you get the whole province. I got to there. What settlement's it called again? Portless Door. I got to there, besieged it. Safri had Shrine of Ashurian, and basically I got Yvres and Lothern to go to war with them, just to, like, seems though I took the province just to help finish them off, because I didn't want to be chasing them about. And then once you've secured that, obviously do what I've done, build up your public order buildings just so you can leave. And then you want to come to this side. This is probably going to generally happen most of the time. This has been a few times now that I've actually just gone through this, played through, and this exact thing has happened. Marathi has launched a big ass invasion. So yeah, you just want to basically slowly take these one at a time. Once you've took these gates and that, you're probably just going to have to go out. You want Tyrion to try and take these. So get Tyrion to go down these and basically yeah, take these outside ones, and then you want to just go to war with Illyrian to take that gate. So you control all the gates and the inner ring, most of the inner ring anyway. You'll only have like obviously Lothern that's not under your control, but just be wary though, like when you are coming down here, she does have a lot of fucking armies that just come from fucking nowhere, because I got caught at Whitefire Tor, and then I had to fight the battle, but luckily I stood outside the settlement and I was able to flee, and then because I fled, I managed to kill one of the armies, managed to fled, and then next turn I went back, finished the other one off. Okay, so talking about lords now, so there we go, we've got Imric there just waiting for him 4 turns away. So for Archmage, the best trait you want to get is, well, I'll tell you what, Protected is pretty good if you're going to have him as a general. Basically whatever Lord, if you have him like supporting another army and stuff, it gives a Lord or hero an extra plus 15% physical resistance. That's pretty good. So if you have him on the front line, just have that Archmage near him and give him that extra protection. Okay, Conductor. I like Conductor. It's really good. It's also the same trait that you get on the mages, which is another one that I like for them. I like my mages to have in the armies anyway. My other mages I like to have Entrepreneur, just because then they can boost up the economy. If you have a Fire Mage, Incendiary is a really good trait for that. So put it on a Sun Dragon, makes them really good. Administrator is the Archmage that you're probably going to get the most of, just because they can help with the construction cost and time, make it a bit quicker and stuff like that, so that's really good. Just have a look. Okay, so on the princes, okay, none of them are shown up there, but basically Efficient is one of the good ones. It's basically an upkeep reduction on most things: Sisters of Avalon, Spearmen, Archers, Bolt Throwers, stuff like that. He gives 25 upkeep reduction, and if you combine it with Quartermaster and the end one, basically you can get nearly 50% off just from one Lord on an army, which is pretty good. Combine that with like heroes and that, you can get it a bit further. Resistant is a really good trait. I've actually got my Handmaiden, which is resistant as well, but the Lord type is slightly better. So as you can see, magic resistance, missile resistance 5%, and melee defense plus 5, whereas the Lord version is magic resistance plus 20, if I remember right, and then missile resistance is like 15% or something. So it's pretty good. It's a lot better than that, but that's still good. So he's a really good one for like buffing up the army. And then Dragon Willed as well is another really good one. So that's basically similar to Imric. It's basically like a Dragon Lord. So basically has upkeep reduction for dragons. He shaves a turn off the recruitment of dragons and gives them a magic resistance to the whole army as well. So that's really good. For the princesses, Punitive is a really good trait. Yeah, there's none there, but Punitive is really good. So basically what happens that provides minus 10% missile resistance to local enemy armies. So basically she doesn't even have to be leading the army, she just has to be in the province, and then you can attack, and then basically they'll be weaker to your missile fire, which will be really good. Another notable one is like Ardent, so then that provides like an upkeep reduction to archers and Lowland Sea Guard, and it also increases their range as well by a small amount, so that's quite good. So onto heroes now. So Handmaidens, there's a few good traits that I like for these. Resistant is one, the one I'm showing you over here. I'll just show you again. Resistant is really good to put in your armies, gives them that extra boost, stuff like that. And then another one that I've recently found as well, which is really good for the armies, is actually this one that I've recruited, Medic. So casualty replenishment rate plus 10% for the hero's army, and she also gets the passive ability regeneration, which is new. It always used to be just the replenishment rate, but now, because that regeneration used to be on Fecund, so I need to check to see if they've removed that and put it on air, which I think they may have, but that's good. Put it in the army and she can take damage and she just automatically regenerates. It's really good. It's very good. Entrepreneur as well is really good for Handmaiden. She gets that trait as well, so put it in your richest province and she'll make lots of money for you. Nobles, so for nobles, I like Emollient. They provide public order bonuses. It's +1 faction wide, and then +5 to the local region. And they also boost the income from entertainment buildings, which is these. So they boost that by 5%. If you manage to get quite a few of them, it all adds up. He's just a shit trait one. So also, if you're going to put one in your army, get Frugal, and that provides 15% upkeep reduction on your army, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I spoke about the mages before. So Conductor and Entrepreneur are the decent ones for mages, and if you want a fire mage, get Incendiary and put them on a Sun Dragon, and they're crazy strong. As for Lore Masters, the trait I like is Conductor, so it's the same name as the mage one, but it's different. So basically that gives the Lore Masters the ability to have Arcane Conduit, so it gives them that straight away because they can't access it. So by giving that to them, it makes them more viable to put in your army, especially like a magic wielder. Like just boost, like, because I'm going to put another mage in here, and I'll put a Lore Master and a noble as well, and basically, yeah, they're just going to absolutely kick ass. All the amount of arcane conduits that's going to be in there is going to be good. You're going to have such really good magic firepower. The other really good trait is Fecund. So basically you're able to grow your provinces like quite quickly and stuff, which is good. There's also a notable mention is it's Advocate. Basically it provides +3 Untainted. I've not checked, I've not come across one yet, but there was one that was like +6. That was really good one, and like benefits against Norsca and stuff. That one is decent as well. Disciple, I think it's called, but I think it might have changed. That would have been better, but that's handy if you want to send it to like regions that have got corruption in. Like for instance, like here actually, regions that have got corruption, and they just start combating that corruption before you're moving in, so it's not half as bad. Okay, so for late campaign, like obviously buildings, so obviously you're going to build that once you get to tier 5. That's going to be a really good one to get. I'll probably build that as well, just for the upkeep reduction on dragon units. Definitely want a mage tower and the handmaiden's gallery, and then obviously you want that in there as well. You don't need the public order building in there because the main building will provide 10, and then that also provides public order as well, so that's fine. I normally like to shove my Elven Forge in the Game Vale as well, just because it's nice and safe, and I just globally recruit it. I probably won't be able to put a Dragon's Lair in there just because it's like limited spaces. I've just got to make the most of it. You shouldn't need to put walls, but because it's once you've took the inner ring, it's like the safest province, safest settlement. It takes a long time to get to it, so you could at least raise some forces by then. So on the garrison should improve, even though it's not the greatest garrison. It's quite crappy really. You don't even get any archers, so it's difficult to defend. So yeah, you could be best actually building the walls just for the extra garrison, but it's whether you feel you need it. It's situational, like ability of knowing. Okay, so I think hopefully I've covered everything. So as you like obviously improve this, obviously it's negative effects at the minute, but obviously once the high elves have took the island, it'll start going green and you'll get really good benefits from it, so it's really good. Okay, so I think I need to cover for late game army. So for her late game army, because she targets basically obviously handmaidens and sisters, she's going to have sisters. I'll probably either get rid of one of them or have, so it'll either be 2 or 3 bolt throwers. It's going to be majority sisters, and then I think I'm going to have 2 handmaidens in there, so I'll keep her. I'll put the resistant one in. I'm going to have a mage, a lore master, and a noble. So So I'm going to have my Frugal Noble, Resistant Handmaiden, Conductor, Lawmaster and Mage. So it's going all ham on like the power. So obviously these lot, all the heroes will be there to just block the line, whilst all the archers just do all the damage and stuff like that. It'd be really good. Might even be decent to put a fire mage in there, just because they provide like fire damage, the sisters, and if you get Kindle Flame as well, Jesus, you're gonna, yeah, that'd be really good. Okay, so I hope this video has been of some help to you. If it has and you've found it informative, shove a like on the video, be most appreciated. And also don't forget, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can just stay up to date with latest releases that I do. And I will see you next time.